Kirsty from Adeline Country Cottage. I am back again today. This time I'm not showing any journals. I will be making some decorations for Christmas. So before we start, I just received a happy mail from Jan. So I haven't opened it. I've just obviously stuck over our addresses, and so I thought I would open it up on here. So I'll just go in through the bottom here. Hopefully I don't rip anything. And we'll go in and see what my little happy mail is from her. Okay. Wow. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's like wheat. It's on beautiful paper. It's perfect. I love that. That's amazing how there's a house that's collapsing and then there's the statue just there. I love that. Where's that from? Toronto? Oh, tornado damage and insurance in Delaware. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. And a beautiful bag. Little dots or some organic type of plant. And what do we have in here? And in here we've got some cardstock, which will come in handy. And oh, we got some more of that wheat paper. Beautiful. And some more cardstock. Lovely. I love everything to do with paper, so it doesn't matter what shape or form or colour. It is perfect. Oh, Jan, this is fantastic. Ooh, we've got some fibres coming out there. This is fantastic. Look at that cute little duck. This is fantastic. I'm going to be able to use all of this. Oh, what we have in here? Got a little bit of trim, a beautiful purple trim. And some more cardstock that could be used to cover or make it into a tiny little journal. Some more cardstock. I love that trim. That's really pretty. And we have some more. Oh, look at that. It folds right out. I'm moving the thing too quickly. Oh, wow. I can use this cardstock into one of my journals. Thank you so much for that. Thanks, Jan. Oh, I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'll put this aside and I'll get on to my Christmas decorations. Okay, so some of you have been asking how I make this one and how I make this one. Now, this one is not exactly like the one that's in the journals that I made because I stitched around with the sewing machine with gold. But I'm going to show you how to make these two. So it's only going to be a short little video today, or long, depending on how long it takes me to make them. All right, so we'll start off with this one. What you need for the tea-dyed doily, you're going to need an image. Now the images, I have a huge file of them, and I just sort of make a whole heap on a page, and then of course I just fussy cut them out. We will need also some crepe paper, and of course we're going to need a disc, which is just from cardstock. We're also going to need mica snow, and then of course the silver glitter. Now this one here is how it is. It's a pure silver glitter, German glitter, and then of course this one here is the same thing, but I've just spritzed it with water and then left it to dry for a few weeks, and then slowly it patinas, and I just love it how it turns out like that. Mica snow just helps to give a little bit of glisten and sparkle on the image. So we will begin with cutting of the crepe paper. Now I generally just cut it in a small long strip like so. So it only needs to be that thick. And with all my crepe papers, to get that old vintage feel, sorry about my arm going across the screen there. With the vintage feel, yes, I hang my crepe paper. Now this was quite bright pink. I hang it in the window over summer and I let them age up. The sun bleaches them and it brings it to this beautiful, sort of almost like a plush or blush pink. It's quite beautiful. And then of course the shapes of the window strips, it tends to give it like a burnt look. So I like it because it gives it that age feel. Okay, so what we need to do is we start with the doily and you fold it in half, and we fold it in half again. And I'm just checking to see if we're still filming, and I can't tell from this angle. I'm just going to move it across a bit just to see. Oh yes, okay, so we've folded it in half. You cut a half moon shape, open it up, cut it in half on down one of the lines. Now then what we do is that we hold it in 2 fingers like this, and you pinch from the front, push up from the back, and pinch again, and you just keep going around the whole moon shape until you get that effect. All right, so you work your way all the way around and you will end up with it like this. Okay, now with the crepe paper, between the 2 fingers, push up with the bottom back finger, push up and push in with your thumb, and then you just keep moving away around, and it naturally falls into like a circle. And you just keep moving around, flattening it with your fingers all the way around. Okay, and you will end up with something like these. Yeah, so we've got our piece here, we've got our, and that, look, it doesn't really matter because they're going to join together and you won't sort of see that join mark. Now the image, this is how I don't particularly have any favorites. I generally use Kaisercraft. This is an old Kaisercraft. It's virtually disintegrated, but I still use it. All I do is rub around real quickly, and then I just give it a bit of a smudge. I get and I quickly, it's almost like I'm dusting it in the ink pad, and again I give it a rub. This is how I do all my, and I have done for years, the same thing on all my aging of my papers. I just do that just to get that around the edges, and then we give it a rub. Okay, we have our disc. We cut that out with a punch. It's just a heavy cardstock. Okay, so, and I'll just get my glue. Now my glue that I use is the craft glue. It is a hobby craft glue for lampshades, fabrics, paper, leather, lace, trims, etc. This I find is the strongest that will hold everything. So I kind of don't use any other glues except for my pen glue, as well as obviously this type stick glue. Right, so you rub around the edges with just roughly with the glue, and sorry, my big glue nearly rolled off the table, and then we just pop that down on this and just squash it. See? Okay, I made a mistake. We've got to just push that bit up. and you won't see that, so that's fine. That part there, it's just basically to get that around the edges, and that's pretty much how it looks. Nothing fancy, ladies, nothing fancy. Then I get my glue. I need a new one. And I go back around the edges again, some in the middle, and we pop it on there. And just squash that down, just flatten it all. Okay. Then we get the disc, some glue, and I just use this sort of string. I just pull out a piece and tie it into a knot. I just lay that down in the center like so, and then I just squash that or sandwich that in between, just pushing up anything that's poking down at the bottom. And that, my friends, is how that is made. Now, to finish it off, we get a bit of the mica, we give it a rub, and I tend to do that a few times, and see how it gives it a bit of a glisten. It, for some reason, it's like static electricity. It sticks on its own, and you just dust off whatever is left, and it just gives that beautiful little, I'll come over here. I don't know if you can see if it glistens through there. Anywho, so from there, what we do is we use my glue stick, and I just give a little bit of a lines up the top there. I do some lines here going all the way down. It doesn't look like there's glue there, but it is. Sometimes it actually dries up, well, it dries clear, but, and then we just get the glitter. Now, with this one, I just give it a bit of a sprinkle over, dust it off, and then I just do it up on the star. Give it a tap, and there you have it. That's it. That's all it is, ladies. So we have that one. Now, in regarding to this one, I punched that out with my Cuttlebug. Yeah, I don't have the latest Fandangle type cutting machines yet. I say yet. Anywho, I cut out 3. In this case, I will be, we'll just get out some paper and just pop that on here. And all I do is simply just rub that with glue, line it up, and stick. Again, line it up and stick it down. Okay, so that's it with that. Once again, we've got another one of these. And we need a disc. Guess what? I forgot. What did I do with my cardstock? Here we go. We'll get another one. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we've got the disc, and I just sort of shimmy that together. I've got another, where are we? Getting into a bit of a mess here. Okay, so we have, once again, I've fussy cut that out. I just give it a bit of a glue, bend that up a bit and stick that down. So that's done. Then I glue this disc to the back. Actually, we need to pull a little bit. I didn't line it up because normally I pull some of that out to make sure that it's, yeah, let's just go back in there. I've just mucked this one right up. I just need to pull a bit of that out so that when you put the disc down, you don't actually see the disc from behind. Okay, so we do that. Now, I generally sort of line it up, and I've gone okay, the back part of the tag, so about here. So where the writing starts here, I'll just go down and find my image, and then I'll just stick that down there, about there. I don't all the way so that I can adjust it, and once I've adjusted it, I then push down. Again, we just get some string, we just cut some off, we just tie that into a knot. Obviously, I'm sure everybody can tie it into a knot. Anyway, poke that through. So dry in the mouth today. Come on, fingers, work, work, work. Okay, and just pull that through. Okay, so that is that. Now comes to the glittering part of it. So we put some bit of glue here across the headband. We just do dots on each one all the way around, and then we use the glitter. This time I'm just going to use my little puncher thing for my journals. Okay, just pop that on, give it a bit of a shake, a bit of a tap. Yeah, this glitter gets up under your nails, that's why I changed it. And that's how you do that tag. Okay, so that is those ones. Simple, easy, and we forgot to put a bit of the mica on, but that's okay, we can add that in afterwards. Just a little bit of a rub here, rub there, a bit of a tap, and you'll be able to see the little bit of a shimmery on that. That's it, my friends. That's how you make these little quick and easy Victorian decorations. Now, I have coming up in my next video, I will be making some more decorations, and we will be making this one here. And we also will be making this one. So, I hope you have found this video helpful to you, and stay tuned for my next video on these two beautiful little decorations, and we'll see you then. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below what you think of these decorations, and honestly I really hope you try them. They are so simple and easy, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.